Okay, the Rebbe to make a סיום for every sefer. Today we finish Sefer Tahara and we begin Sefer Nizikין. For the 44th time, we would like to ask Arav HaChosid, Menael from Yeshiva Stom Chetmimim, from the Menael from Yeshiva Stom Chetmimim, Arav HaChosid, Arav Shmuel, Shmuel Mordche, Cramer, ומאחנו דמסים ונדיע סחולה. הרב קרעמר, בבקשה.
Okay. It's going to be short because the hour is late. We're making a סיום, it's Hilchus Sefer Tarde, Hilchus Mikvois. Perik Yud Aleph, Halacha Yud Beis. Dover Boru V'Golui. It's an obvious, clear matter. Shahatumois v'hatorois gzeres hakosov hein. That Tumah and Tarde is gzeres hakosov. The Eibishter said, and that's it. Ve'ino midvorim shedaito shalodem machraton. It's not something that could be determined by a person's mind, by his seichel. Those they fall into the category of chukim. V'chein hatfilo min hatumois, same thing, toivel, immersing yourself in water from tumah and becoming toher. Miklala chukim hi, shein hatumah tit oitzoyo shetavra mayim. It's not something dirt, physical dirt, that you go to the mikveh, you wash it off, and you become clean. It's not gzeres hakosov. It's gzeres hakosov. Adover totally b'kavanos haleiv, and the matter depends on what you're thinking. With Fika Chormu, that's why they said, Fika Chormu Chachomim, Tovav Lei Hulzik, someone who toveled, but he wasn't mechavin, that he wants to become toyer with this tefillah, Kilu Lei Tovel, as if he didn't tovel. Pafal Pikein, nevertheless, Remez Yesh Badover, there's a Remez, Keshem Shemechavin Libi Letar, just like somebody has Kavona to be Metar, Kivin Shetoval Toar, when he goes into the mikveh, he becomes toyer. Nothing changed in his body stayed the same. Kach, same thing. Is somebody who wants to be metar his nefesh from unwanted things on his nefesh. Which are the unwanted things? Shehin machshovis ha'oven, evil thoughts, v'deis harois, and bad character traits. Kivin shehiskim b'liboy, once he decided by himself, lifresh ma'is na'itzis, to stay away from those bad character traits. Behavi nafshay, and he brought his soul b'mei adeis hator, tor, he becomes tor. Harei huaymer, it says, v'zarak telechem mayim tahirim, the Eibishter will pour on us pure waters, utartem, and will become tor. Mikol tum eisechem from all the tumis, umikol gulechem atayireschem. Hashem berachmo v'rabim, the Eibishter with his lots of, since he is very merciful, you should make us pure from all sins. From all kinds of sins. So that's the end of Sefer Tarah. I just want to say a short nekuda, a short word from the Rebbe, a short sikhe. So, like the Rambam says, the union of Tum and Tarah is something that's not with the seichel. It's what we call chukim. In the Torah, there's a pasuk. It says Zois Chukas HaTorah, where it talks about the Parah Aduma. That's the classical chukah. So the Rebbe says, why does it say Zois Chukas HaTorah? It should have said Zois Chukas HaParah, because it's talking about the chukah of the Parah Aduma. To teach us that the whole Torah, everything, even Mishpotim and even Eidus, in a certain aspect, they're also like chukim. In what way? Because we have to do it not because we understand, but because that's the rotzen of the Eibishter. The Eibishter wanted we should not steal. That's why we not steal. It's good that we understand it. We have to try to understand as much as we could. But l'poyol, we have to do it because that's the rotzen of the Eibishter. So Zeis Chukas HaTorah, the entire Torah is chukim. It's the rotzen of the Eibishter that we have to do, whether we understand, we don't understand, or even understand a little bit. That's only part of the reason that we understand. We don't understand the whole reasoning. So everything is really a chukah. And with this, the Rebbe says we understand why it says in Pirkei Avos that we shouldn't weigh one mitzvah, another mitzvah, mitzvah kala, mitzvah chamura. We shouldn't go weigh the mitzvahs. Why not? If it's mitzvah chamuri, you should worry about more. Mitzvah kala, you shouldn't worry so much about. Why? Because since every mitzvah, even a mitzvah kala, is also the rotzen of the Eibishter. In that respect, if somebody chas v'sholom doesn't do even a mitzvah kala, then he didn't do the Ratzon of the Eibishter, just like he didn't do, if he Chas Shalom, doesn't do a mitzvah chamura. What we think is chamura, what we think is kala. Everything is the Ratzon of the Eibishter. And with this, the Rebbe says even more so, that when we want to be poil on somebody else, when we do mitzvahim, we want to go and to encourage other people to do Torah mitzvahs, you shouldn't focus only and think, you know what, you're going to focus only on the big mitzvahs, but a mitzvah says the Rabbanon, is maybe not so important, you don't have to talk to them about. But since everything is the Ratzon of the Eibishter, therefore anything that we have to try to do our best in every single mitzvah, and also influence other people to do the best of every single mitzvah, the Tayag mitzvahs, the Zay mitzvahs, the Rabbanon, with all the Hidurim, because everything is the Ratzon of the Eibishter. We'll make a schola on Sefer Nizikין, B'Shem Hashem Ki Aloylam, Hatli B'Leid V'Secho, V'Yal El Botza, Sefer Achadoser, V'Hu Sefer Nizikין, L'Ches of Chomesh, V'Zehu Siduron, Hilchus Niskimomen, Hilchus Gneve, Hilchus Gzeil V'Avede, Hilchus Chevel Mazik, Hilchus Retzeach, Shmiras Nefesh. Hilchus Niskimomen, Yesh B'Chol Arba Mitzvasei, V'Zehu Proton, Din HaShoyer. If an ox does damage, Din HaHever. If he goes and eats in other people's fields and eats up his grass, Din HaBoyer. If somebody has a boyer in the Shus Rabim and somebody gets hurt, Din HaAvor. If somebody makes a fire. Uber mitzvah b'brokimelu per kalef kol nefesh chaya, every lebedik chaya, every animal shehi b'rshus shalodem that belongs to a person, shehizika that the damage habolim chayovim l'shalim. The balabos has to pay for the damage that his behemoth did. Shaharei mamoinom hizik, because his money, his property. Yeah, thank you. His property did the damage. Shenemar ki give shoyr ish as shoyr re'eyu. If somebody's ox gores another ox, so then he has to pay. It says only an ox, so echad ashor v'echad shar behema v'chayiv doesn't mean only an ox, but it means every animal. Like gibra kosav b'shor el b'hoive, that usually happens. Usually a bird doesn't do damage so much, so the Torah doesn't say so much about a bird. It's usually a shor, that's what it says shor. But every behemoth that a person has, you have to be careful that your moment should not do damage to somebody else.
Shmuel, I want to tell you, Reb Shmuel, today I called him about 3 hours ago because I had somebody else that was supposed to do that. He canceled yesterday and today somebody else canceled. And Baruch Hashem, Shmuel, der ist so hoffen, dass mit dem Schuss und mit seinem sein und tun dem Rebens Heroes und mit sich gesagt, zu Sima Golos, take it from Yad Mamesh. Amen.